we end this first break with the first segment of this show. Let's talk about rising stars. They've been seeded with defending champions Senegal, Zambia, and Sierra Leone. That is in the under-20 Afcon draw that took place in Egypt. So, coming to Shitera, you know, Kenya last played in such a level in 1979, the Africa Youth Championship. So this is Kenya's time, I think, to shine. And looking at this particular team, how it came through to actually qualify for the Afcon under-20 Afcon, they were unbeaten all the way to the finals when they faced Tanzania. That is the qualifiers. When they faced Tanzania, they lost 2-1. Is this a team that you can bank on to go all the way to the World Cup, under-20 World Cup?
It's a team that we can bank on. Remember, I think it's progressing through the ages. The under-17 also went all the way but lost to Uganda in Kisumu, you remember, a tournament that we hosted, the under-17 Sekafa. Then I think that same team has graduated to under-20 under coach Salim Babu, and went all through to the finals, but lost to Tanzania, yeah. And they all qualified, Tanzania and Kenya. They are all representing the East African region in the Sekafa, in Afcon under-20. Yeah. So it's a team that is coming up well. Look at those young boys. They are determined, very talented. A team of players who have international exposure at that early age. A group of young players that I covered in school games, I think 2-3 years back at Bohongo Stadium. You talk of Kelly Madada playing for Shanderema, talk of Kasavuli, Aldrin Kibet. It's a blend of very young, talented players, Tyrone Kariuki, Amos Wanjala. You see, so in fact, these are players that people are saying they will help Kenya in the 2027 Afcon, because the senior team currently failed to qualify for the 2025 Afcon in Morocco. So the only situation that we are left with is 2027. So I'm very hopeful about this team, hopeful about the coach. He has really been posting good results with these youth talents all the way up. At some point, people saying that Salim Babu apewe senior Harambee Stars, but let him grow with the team. It reminds me of 1996-97 when the late Renard Fabish came back to Kenya and named a very young side that people questioned, why are you bringing us young talents, ejecting the veterans like Henry Motego, you know? But he went on to really terrorize African giants, the Nigerians. So I have confidence in young players. I have confidence in grassroots football, because all these boys are from St. Anthony's Kitale, Musimbu High School, and Shanderema. Name them. So I'm very hopeful that if not, we could finish in the top 5.
And to you, Alex, looking at the team like Senegal, the young Lions of Teranga, they'll be making their 7th appearance in this particular competition. As now, this time as the defending champions, they want to win it back to back from Egypt. And of course, they also have the under-17 team that has now graduated, that won the Afcon in 2022. That have now graduated to the under-20 team. They've also, I think, won silver in 2015, 2017, 2019. What are our chances? And of course, also looking at Zambia, the 2017 winners. What are our chances from that group, looking at the match experience? Kenya will be making their debut in this competition.
It's going to be a very tough outing for Kenya. Let's just face it. Senegal are the defending champions. Zambia have won it before. The only fluke team, so to say, is Sierra Leone. But I'll talk about this team specifically from the under-17 team, because it's basically the same team. It is the only interesting thing that is happening in football, in Shtera's football in Kenya. It's the only...
the women's football.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about the men's football.
Yeah.
The women have made us, you know, proud.
They have made history.
Yes, being the first team to appear in a World Cup. It's the only interesting thing that is happening in men's football. And when you look at the whole team, look at the goalkeeper, look at the defense, the likes of Akina Wanjala, look at the midfield, Tyrone Kariuki, Kibet, playmaker. Look at the strikers. It's a team that has proper talent in every department. And it's a team that we've seen before what they can do. The only thing that they need is, you know, a few reinforcements here and there, and confidence, and to believe in themselves. Salim Babu, I think as a federation, and even to the president, Hussein Mohammed, FKF should invest in Salim Babu. He should be taken to those courses. I remember back in 2017 when Kimanzi was taken he first of all, I think he went to Qatar, and then he did a few courses, and that is why we currently is one of the top coaches in the country in terms of doing all the right courses. We should invest in Salim Babu and this team, because this is the future. I was very disappointed in the last team that was named for Harambee Stars, because we are not blending these young players into the national team. Someone like Amos Wanjala should be playing in that defense. I don't see the reason as to why he cannot even make the squad.
He did the last one.
Leave alone being in in the first 11. I don't see why the likes of Tyrone Kariuki cannot be introduced slowly into the the national team, even if it's being free players. Yeah. So it's a team I believe in. I believe in Salim Babu. He's showed the leadership that he understands the young players. He has a way, that he brings out the best from them, and I can only wish him the best. And I hope the first 4 teams qualify for the FIFA World Cup under 20, which I hope we can make.
All right. And on that note, we want to take a short break. But before we do that, I want to recap the question of the day, which we asked you. Do you think Shujaa will finish top 8 in Vancouver Sevens to qualify for season finale in Los Angeles? Do you think Shujaa will finish top 8 in Vancouver Sevens to qualify for the season finale in LA? You can send your responses to 22422, that is SMS line. Also on Facebook X, that is at Citizen TV Kenya, and also the hashtag Sporty Monday. We'll recap some of your views as we continue with the show in the second half of this particular program. Now we take a short commercial break, but we'll be back with more, so don't go far.